What's up guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video we're going to talk about a little bit and a few things you could check under the hood of any vehicle. It doesn't matter what kind of car you have. If your heat doesn't work, it could be a simple solution such as antifreeze, okay? Because the heating system does work with this antifreeze system. As antifreeze heats up, it goes inside your cabin into the heater core, and the blower motor blows air and gives you air, hot air, which goes through the heater core, which is heated up by the antifreeze. But if the antifreeze is low, it's not gonna reach to the heater core, okay? So I'm gonna show you a few things you could check. If a car will come to me, I'll do that all the time, okay? One thing I want to tell you is be careful, be safe. Have the car off, make sure the car is nice and cold, okay? Let it sit for 40 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, all up to you, okay? That's the way you're gonna check to start off. So when the car comes in to me, I do let it cool off, and then I'll pop open the radiator cap. Okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit things on here, and then we're gonna go inside and talk about the blower motor and the resistor and blender motor. Okay, so there's like 4 to 5 things that you're gonna check. All right, so let's get to this. All right, so the first thing I do check on a car is antifreeze. Okay, antifreeze is inside your radiator. You should check it often, even if your heat doesn't work, because summer comes around, you might have overheating problems. Anyways, so what I do is I let the car cool off. Be careful, engine is off, it's not running, you don't want to get hurt or get fingers caught in the belt. So what you're gonna do is open up your radiator cap. Some cars, Hondas have it here. Some cars have expansion tanks, and that's where the antifreeze goes to. Like this one, it has a reservoir here, and this is a spare. Whenever it needs it, it sucks it. But some cars have a cap here. They do not have a cap on the radiator because the expansion tank itself is like pressurized, and that's one thing, okay? But anyways, top off your antifreeze. If your antifreeze is low, top it off, because the antifreeze does need to travel all the way in there. You see, this is the heater core pipes right here. It does need to travel all the way in there. These two pipes over here are what we're looking at, okay? Once you top off your antifreeze, I want you to start your engine, okay? I'm not gonna start in my case because it's gonna get really loud, okay? Let's talk about antifreeze. This is the antifreeze. It's like 15 bucks. Try to buy a good one and top it off, okay? Once you let your engine run, what you're gonna do is we're gonna be looking at this position right here. These two hoses, these pipes here, some cars have it in that end, some have it in the middle, some car you can't even see, okay? But once the engine is nice and hot, what I want you to do is I want you to touch this pipe and this pipe. They both should be equally hot, okay? And the reason is because the antifreeze is going to travel through one pipe, and then it's going to go through the radiator, not the radiator, the heater core, and it's going to come back around. But both pipes are going to be hot. If one is cold, one is hot, you pretty much probably have a blocked heater core. That's a big, huge job. And that's something that even I don't get into something like that, but if I need to, depends on the customer. Also, I want you to take a look at these pipes. Some of these pipes, they will have like a little valve here, mechanical valve, electrical valve. Sometimes that valve stops to work. I want you to check that also, okay? That valve is very important, okay? That won't allow the hot antifreeze to go into the system, and you will not have heat, okay? A lot of people would ask me a question: stuck open thermostat, bad water pump, can they cause? I'm gonna answer that question. So the thermostat on this car is located right here. So it's just 2 bolts, 1 bolt and there's 1 bolt on the opposite side right there. And the thermostat is in there. It's a little difficult to do because you gotta remove this cover, but if you let your car run and your temperature gauge is halfway, that's an indication that your thermostat is not stuck open and your water pump is working. The symptoms of a stuck open thermostat would be that your temperature gauge will not be like midway. It'll be below that, okay? Because antifreeze is gonna keep circulating. It's gonna keep cooling through the radiator, and you're not gonna have engine's not gonna heat up like normal amount, okay? Water pump. If the fins are bad on water pump, your car simply gonna heat up, okay? And the temperature gauge might be higher than normal if some of the fins are bad, or if they're midway bad, okay? So the temperature gauge will go high. If your thermostat is stuck closed, that can be a reason of an overheat, okay? The car will overheat. It is common for the thermostat to stay stuck closed because the mercury inside will dissipate, leak, and thermostat will not work like it's supposed to, okay? Those would be the symptoms of thermostat being stuck closed, okay? And other than that, there's not much you could check over here. So check your antifreeze, your thermostat. The only way to know is your temperature gauge should be midway. If it is midway, that's it. Check your heater core pipes right there. They both should be hot. And if you have a valve, check that. Those are the key points, okay? Sometimes these pipes do get clogged up, like in Jeep, they get clogged up. And that'd be one thing. Oh, another thing I want to mention is if you have not replaced your thermostat in years, just change it. Don't even waste your time asking somebody a question like can it be a symptom. If you haven't changed it, guys, just change it. It's only a $15 piece. Some cars is very simple. If you have a Honda Civic, it's very simple. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk inside the car now. We're gonna talk a little bit about blend door motor and blow motor. Okay, so I'm gonna close the door, start up the engine, we're gonna close the window. All right, so we are talking about blend door motor. If your blend door motor only works at high speed, that would indicate to you that your resistor down there is bad, okay? If it doesn't work on any of these speeds right here as I'm going, and then it works at that max speed, that's direct power, okay? So sometimes it'll work on speed 1 and then it won't work, and then that be also indication your resistor is bad, okay? Not just that on high, because I came across some cars it'll work on the speed 3 and high, okay? Okay, now we're gonna talk about your blend door motor. Blend door motor is two different ways to check, okay? You could simply go down there and check, and it's usually located on one of these sides. But sometimes your blend door motor, let's say summertime, it goes bad and you have this car on an AC. Now winter comes, you put it on the AC heat, it will not work because it's stuck. It got the door open to give you AC, not heat, okay? It does need to close the door to give you heat. Close the AC and turn on the heat, okay? So only way to one way to check is you simply feel the temperature, and if you get mild warm air, let's say here, and then you put it to cold and you start to get cold air, that's a sign it is working. Very simple, okay? Very simple way to check. All right, and also sometime your modes, the mode here, this will be for the mode door motor. Sometimes you'll get air down the feet, but you will not get it up here. Even though if you change it here, it still will not give you that air coming through here, and you won't even know it. So those are the things you want to check, okay? A few things, okay? Now we're talking about thermostat. How you gonna tell if the thermostat is stuck closed or open? Very simple. This gauge, this truck hasn't heated all the way yet, but if it's close to 200 degrees, it's pretty much good, okay? And your temperature gauge should be midways on Hondas and Toyotas, and that's how simple it is. Check. So guys, if you have any question, just send me a message. If you can make a small little video, post it up on your YouTube, I'll check it and I'll get back to you. Give me year, make, and model, and we could talk, and I'll tell you to check a few things. But pretty much it's gonna be, I'm gonna tell you check your coolant, check your pipes, check your blend door motor. Those are the few things, okay? But guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share and like, and bye bye.